This year, QB is facing Super Bowl expectations for a Cowboys team that finished 6-10 last season. Still, Dallas will have a big salary cap questions moving forward, and people are wondering if this deal will really help America's team get back to the promised land. So, Shannon, will Dak's deal hurt the Cowboys' chances of winning a Super Bowl over the next 4 years?
No, and I don't know why people all of a sudden want to use that logic, saying that Dak's making $40 million now, Skip, is going to cripple their chances of winning the Super Bowl. Well, if him making $40 million is going to cripple their chances, shouldn't $600,000 a year have enhanced their chances? So in his first 4 years, when he averaged, James Slater came out here yesterday and did a brilliant job of laying out, said Dak in his first 4 years made an average of $600,000. Well, how many Super Bowls should they have won? When your quarterback, America's team, is making $600,000. Well, it didn't enhance it, but now he's making $40 million. It's going to cripple it. Skip, give the guy an opportunity.
Well, time out. I got to cross-examine
Okay,
there.
yes, go ahead.
Well, did that not have some commentary on how poorly the quarterback performed over stretches of those first 4 years?
So only the quarterback performed poorly?
Well, I'm just saying he plays the premium primary position, the position in all sports.
He did.
Football quarterback.
I'll answer your question. Let me finish up with this. I just believe, Skip, look, you can say, and I think what has happened, the organizations, be it owner, general manager, and head coaches, have convinced players that if you take less, it gives us an opportunity to win more, when that's not true. Winning comes down to your players performing in big moments. Aaron Rodgers not picking up a touchdown when he got in the red zone had nothing to do with how much money he was making. It came down to his inability to effectively get the ball in the end zone. Tom Brady, it wasn't what Tom Brady made $25 million. That's why he won the Super Bowl. That wasn't why. Skip, I want to give Dak an opportunity to perform, making this kind of money before I offer an evaluation that says, yeah, well, the reason why they can't win is because of Dak. Now, if you want to criticize Jerry giving out some big contracts, I got 3 names: Amari Cooper, D-Law, Jalen Smith, and Zeke.
No doubt.
Now, since they got those big contracts, you tell me the guy, because Oak came in here and he believed in his guy. But let me tell you something about D-Law, Skip. Since he got that franchise tag, had double-digit sacks, he hasn't gone back to the Pro Bowl and hasn't had double-digit sacks since. We look at Zeke. We look at Amari Cooper. You tell me Amari Cooper played $20 million worth of receiver last year. So give Dak an opportunity. But I don't believe Dak making $40 million is going to be the reason why the Cowboys don't win the Super Bowl.
Okay, well, let's throw all those other names in there.
Go ahead.
All of them overpaid? Even you agree Dak is overpaid by performance, by achievement.
Well, but the thing is, Skip, is that this is where the quarterback market is headed. If you look at Jimmy Garoppolo is one of the top 5 highest paid quarterbacks, and they got to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And so for me, it comes down to, can your player, that position, you said that's the premium position, can he play well in big moments? Do you believe Dak Prescott can play well in big moments? They get to a divisional round. They get to the championship round of the playoffs. Can Dak perform? It's not going to be, if he doesn't perform, it's not going to be because he's making $40 million. Because we've seen him not perform when he was making $600,000. So I'm trying to figure out, he didn't perform in that situation when he made $600,000, but you're going to criticize him if he doesn't perform in that situation making $40 million, like the money was a determining factor. Dak got paid based on market value. It doesn't matter. Professional sports is the only, no, let me take that back. Football is the only sport that tries to convince its workers that if you take less, we become better. They don't do that at Google. Google doesn't say, guys, if you take less money, we're going to become a better search engine. Microsoft doesn't tell its programmers, if you take less, we're going to be better. Our Windows operation is going to be better.
No salary cap.
But Skip,
salary cap.
It's not the point of the...
It's a hard cap.
Skip.
You can't finesse it.
Wait, hold on. You just told me they finessed it yesterday with multiple years.
There's certain secret hidden loopholes.
So they can do it.
You can leap through.
Okay.
But it's hard in that you can't, it doesn't allow, like the NBA has all kinds of Larry Bird exceptions.
Yes.
Veteran exceptions. And you say, where did that come from?
Well, y'all got exceptions. You got the franchise tag. You get an opportunity to do voidable years, in which everybody's doing. You get the opportunity to prove to what you can do, Skip, is that you can take money and base salary and you can give it to them in a form of signing bonus. So there are loopholes. There are mechanisms.
We continue to see big-name players just get whacked. They're gone. Like Malcolm Butler, I still think he's got a lot of game left. And Tennessee said, we just can't afford him at $10 million. Let him go.
Because, Skip, the owners convinced the players, said, "What? We're tired of these rookies coming in." Sam Bradford deal, he was making more than Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. So the owner says, "Guys, we want to give the veterans that money." So what did they do, Skip? They started cutting big-ticket veterans and then signing those guys to $400,000-$600,000 contracts, where they tricked them on one end and then backdoored them on the other end. So, Skip, I want to see Dak play one. Let me get that this year with this $40 million contract, and I can give you, but we owe him that. We owe him that much to let him play 1 year, because we let these other guys play on these big dollar contracts, and we haven't seen them perform. But I trust Dak. I trust Dak that he's going to be healthy with that ankle, and he'll be able to perform. But if he doesn't perform, Skip, money is not going to be the reason why.
Where I completely, utterly disagree with you
where is
is
that?
If you pay one player a fourth of your cap, it's going to make it really hard for you to compete and contend for a Super Bowl championship.
That's not what Dak makes.
Okay, but I'm just saying, you're saying that they don't go together. Yeah, they do, because if you have way fewer dollars than anybody else, you're going to have to spend them so wisely. You're going to have to hit on every draft pick, every free agent signee. You better score, 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 or you're going to lose, 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 because you're just not going to be as good as the other teams, right? As a team.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question. They hit on Dak. They hit on Zeke. They hit on Wolf Hunter. They hit on this one. They hit on that one. They hit on Tyron Smith. They hit on Zach Martin. They hit on Travis Franklin. Why haven't they won a Super Bowl when they hit on all those guys and Dak was making $600,000?
Okay. It could come down to the quarterback didn't play quite well enough to get them over the hump. Right?
So money wasn't an issue then, but it would be an issue now.
Well, he was making peanuts, right? Okay.
But Skip, money, but hold on. Money shouldn't change the play. It changes the expectation of the play from you and me and from the fan base.
Okay, let me answer this question.
Okay.
Will Dak's monster contract cripple their ability to win a Super Bowl? It won't help it. It will make it harder. But I do not believe, I'm with you on the bottom line to this, it will not cripple their chances. So let's ask this question. Did Jerry overpay Dak Prescott for his achievement so far through 5 years? Well, I think we both agree, yes, he did. But you would say, well, that's just where the market is headed for that position.
Correct.
The premium position is going to get paid.
Yes.
And my hope is, please, I need a Baker Mayfield contract now. I need a Josh Allen. I need a Lamar Jackson. I need them to go boom, boom, boom.
Well, you know they're going over that, Skip.
Okay, and render Dak's kind of normal looking, you know, his monster deal that everybody's going crazy about. I need it to start looking kind of like average.
You want to look like Jimmy G's contract looks nice, the 12th highest paid just 2 years.
That's not too bad. Okay, there's no doubt that at this moment he seems overpaid to me, but I'm still okay with it because he's still a Cowboy and we took the cloud off.
Right.
You know, he was about to play his way out of town on one more big tag. And I hated the prospect of it because he's the face and voice of the franchise. He's the leader of the locker room. And now everything is coming up roses because it's over, right? We lifted all that away. Okay, so now let's ask this question. Did Dak, as everybody is writing and saying, run circles around Jerry Jones? Did he take him to the cleaners and then to the bank? Did he make Jerry look foolish? No, he did not. Because remember, Jerry's plan, look at the big picture of this. The plan was Jerry wanted to be able to control Dak's financial fate for 5 years.
Yeah.
So he had a grand plan in place in his head. He's not a fool when it comes to this.
Right.
So he says 5 years. So let's see. I'm not going to cave yet to their $40 million demands. So what did he do last year? He put the tag on it.
Correct.
But now that tag seems really normal. It's 31.4.
Right.
It seems like pretty mediocre money at this point,
It
right?
is, but the thing is, Skip, is that all 31.7 went towards the cap. He couldn't prorate any of it.
31.4.
For 31.4, excuse me.
So now that's year one.
Right.
In Jerry's plan, he's thinking, okay, that's year one. Then in year two, I'm going to have to pay him 40, 3, 4, and 5 in Jerry's mind, 40, 40, 40. Well, if you do the average of those plus that first tag year, that's $38 million. And he's saying, I can handle that.
Right.
Like, that's about what I think he's worth. I think that's a good deal for us. So the 5 year worked. And then we get to the coup de grace.